Deadwin or Deadwing, whichever one you choose as your pronunciation of the map name. We have Elazer, the green Zerg from AT Gaming, spawning in the lower left position on the map. And his opponent is going to be in the top left, uThermal from AT Gaming as well, aka known as Terminator. So this map, I am just going to say that there are multiple drop opportunities for the Terran player. The mains are pretty big, and you can come in from a multitude of angles, from down here, from up here. You can even harass the natural base. Overall, a lot of airspace around the main, the natural, and the potential fourth over here. You can also harass these mineral patches from the low ground with your units. You don't even need tanks for that. You can do it with infantry. On the other hand, this map is fairly large. If you take a look, it's fairly big. So crossing the map, if the Zerg has good creep spread, can be quite dangerous, because creep takes a lot of time to recede. You don't want to fight on creep with your infantry. And this map always has potential for longer games. A, it's big. B, you can defend 4 bases very easily. You take your natural, you take your 3rd base, and then you take your 4th down here. And this goes for both Terrans and Zergs and Protosses as well. Protosses may have a tougher time defending the 3rd against the Zergs, and consequently the 4th, but other than that, you can hold on to your 4 bases very easily. Let's take a look at the openings here. uThermal or Maru Thermal opening with a command center first, followed by barracks and a gas. So probably he'll move into factory tech and start building Hellions to get some map control going for him. Elazer opening with a pool first, I do believe. No, it was a hatchery first, gas, and pool. So the greediest of greedy openings you can imagine. And he's probably going to get 3 queens and a decently quick 3rd base, especially since... Did he actually scout uThermal's opener? No, it doesn't look like he did. There is the factory for uThermal, building it on the low ground. Very interesting. Kind of tells me that he wants to have a continuous marine production, and if he wants to have an add-on on the factory, he'll be adding it on down here, which... that is really odd. He's also getting a 2nd gas. I'm wondering what kind of build this could be. Maybe a Hellbat opener? Maybe Banshees? Overall, very strange for me indeed to see something like this. Let's see what comes of it. On the other side of the map, we have link speed all the way. All the drones pulled off gas, which does signify roughly 6-minute 3rd base. It's very easy to get that creep over there, so no reason not to take a 3rd. uThermal is going to check for that, sees it going up. And interesting. Tanks? uThermal almost never plays mech versus Zerg players. And he does not like factory units all that much. He used to play almost exclusively, he used to play Marine Medevac Mine. This is very intriguing to me. Looks like a quick Marine tank push with Medevacs. Maybe he'll try to set up a contain onto this 3rd base and pressure it as he techs further up and adds on a 3rd base. There's the command center going up. Of course, this means that his infantry upgrades will be delayed by quite a lot. It looks like it's just a pressure build. Tanks, 1 tank, 4 marines. He does continue the tank and marine production, however. It's needed for a couple of purposes. Maybe Ro8 counterattack or a Blink Baneling counterattack off of 3 bases or off of 2 bases. Could be deadly. Let's take a look. Looks like yeah, the medevac's been spotted by the Overlord. Looks like uThermal really wants to... Oh, this is a nice position for the tank. He'll be able to shell away at a couple of those mineral patches and at least get the gas geyser, because of the destructible debris here, the Zerg player will not be able to do anything about this. So the mining was completely denied from the natural base. All the drones are forced to mine off of the third, which is grossly oversaturated right now, but the main thing is that he's eliminated one of the gas geysers available to Elazer. He's even going to get the Baneling Nest. Elazer will have to rebuild it somewhere else. He's already taken a 4th, however. This Viking working the skies as well, getting rid of those overlords. Pesky, pesky little beasts. And we have Spire going up for Elazer. uThermal will be a little weak in terms of anti-muta defense. He's adding on additional barracks right now, and he'll have a starport with reactor, but his stim is a little bit late to defend against mutalisks effectively. He does get the Baneling Nest, so no Baneling capacity right now for Elazer. This could be very good for uThermal. Just a little bit sloppy on the building placement, and you can see how much damage this can do. 1-1 upgrades going up for uThermal as well. Still has that medevac somewhere over here. Man, talk about abusing the map. Now imagine if he had like 1 more tank over here. Of course that would be an overextension because he's just about to lose the medevac, the tank, and the marines as well. Elazer has to be careful and micro the mutalisks. Nice target fire from uThermal, getting that one. Oh, he gets 2 mutas actually. Cost effective like hell. Overall, a very nice opening for uThermal going into this game. Look at the resources lost. 2 times more than the Terran player. And now with the stim pack finished and the 1-1 just about to complete, missile turrets coming up, well, these mutalisks will not be as effective as Elazer may have wanted them to be. He's going to try and poke at the Terran player and see what he can do, but that won't be much. uThermal sitting very nicely on 3 bases right now. He's going to play defensively for a little bit. And interestingly enough, he is very far ahead on upgrades. 1-1 only now started for the Zerg player. Oh, Elazer! 1-2 mutas! Oh, that was such an unnecessary loss. So uThermal is ahead in upgrades, very much so. He already has the armory, queues up the 2-2, pushes across the map, eliminates the creep. I don't know if he's got enough units over here to make this last, however. We have 15 banelings just about to morph in, and Elazer is going to be looking for that nice engagement without the mines, which uThermal is lacking. The banelings will have the reign of the field, and oh, uThermal's units got cut out of position there, and he lost a bunch of marines. He needs to stay in the range of those tanks. He cannot venture out onto the map just by himself like this, but I don't know. I mean, Elazer, he does have a chance to damage the third base a little bit. Look at the number of lings and banelings over here. This could do some damage. But uThermal has the upgrades on his side. Is Elazer going to wait for his 1-1 to finish while he's droning up the 4th base, or is he just going to try and push? If he doesn't push, then uThermal is not going to be waiting around. Look at this, Marauders, Marines, tanks. This is like 2010 all over again. Looks like uThermal changed up his playing style a lot since the last time I casted him, and it suits him well. Looks very nice. So the 1-1 is just 20 seconds away for the Zerg player. Elazer trying to go for a counterattack with those Zerglings as uThermal establishes a nice hold onto the center of the map. Oh, bad splits, however. But he still eliminates most of those units, chases away the Mutalisks. No fourth base for you to harass over here, Elazer, so he's just going to keep those Zerglings there for if an opportunity opens itself later. uThermal is going to start pressuring Elazer really hard right now. His production kicked in. He's producing 11 Marines at a time, 2 Marauders and a Medevac. He doesn't even need tanks, it seems to me, to back this up. Look at this. Methodically, systematically clearing the creep. But here comes Elazer, sensing his opportunity. Oh, this is a good move! Huge explosions in the center of all that infantry. Annihilates the majority of it, but is there enough units left alive to defend this with 100% certainty? uThermal thinks that there is not, and he is pushing forward again before Elazer has a chance to muster up more banelings. With no creep tumors remaining in this area, however, Elazer does not see what uThermal is doing. He doesn't see the position he's taking with his Marines, so he's trying to respread the creep. uThermal probably will not allow him that chance, and Elazer is being backed towards his fourth bases. As uThermal is comfortably holding the center. 2-2 finished now, 3-3 on the way for the Terran player. uThermal still up by 2 upgrades against the Zerg. This is a position every Terran player wants to be at. Elazer still trying to find an opener. Those Mutalisks were, of course, spotted by the range of this watchtower, so it will come as a no surprise to uThermal that these Mutas will show up in his main base. And look at the ring of missile turrets he's got set up. This may be the last engagement here for Elazer. uThermal does not have enough units here, but he's wasting banelings left and right as well, trying to push the Terran units back. Banelings exploding onto the Marauders, not the best of choices, but he did break uThermal's position, and he can now counterattack into the third base, eliminates the tank, and now he's going to go after those SCVs. uThermal splitting or pulling the SCVs to the side. The army supply 42-71 in favor of the Zerg player. Those Mutalisks do not have a very long staying power, being as hurt as they are and having 0 carapace upgrades, so uThermal stays alive for the time being. Who got the better end of that trade? I cannot say for sure. All I can say is that uThermal's main base will be mining out very shortly, and he needs to start looking for ways to acquire a fourth base, which is exactly what Elazer is going to try and prevent. As he is in the saddle right now, he's going to try to go for another flank. Needs to split up his banelings. uThermal is kiting back with the Marines, stimming them. A couple of SCVs do get blown up at the third as well. The Lings are going to try and finish off what the banelings could not. uThermal in dire straits. It looks like Elazer is getting a huge advantage, and very nice trades. Going to take out the third base and force the GG out of uThermal. 1-0 Elazer.